I wanted to share my client session in which I'm calling phase 2.5. I say that a little tongue in cheek, but we're keeping a lot of the lifting the same, just increasing the number of reps in the allotted time. However, a lot of the other plyometrics and things like that we're making progressions on. Continuing with the external stimuluses as part of the warm-up. He seems to really like these. We experimented with the hurdle over under. So some of this is trial and error to see, do you like the med ball rolling complex or do you kind of like these hurdles? Part of it was actually nice outside, so we try to get outside. Now, some of the plyometrics that we're progressing here, you can see we're now working on single leg hopping side to side. We started without the rings, and then I decided to put the rings in. Just adding a little bit of stability really cleaned up his ground contacts. And now we're also working through some full range of motion squat jumps, but he is not going all out. So he's trying to get deep into the squat jump, but he is not propelling out at maybe 50%, so nowhere near max. Now, the big and exciting improvements we've seen is from his lifting. So this was the same weight that he did for 12 reps last week on both the squat and the bench press. However, he did 3 more reps with half the amount of time that I gave him on these giant sets. Still working on some lunge drops, and then added in these depth drops to lunge, which we did another set at a lower box height, which I actually preferred because I felt like he stuck it a little bit better. We may hold off on these, but like I said, some of this is trial and error to kind of test where he's at and microdose the volume so that he can get used to what these exercise feels like as we progress through the program. Now, one of the things I'm really liking here is his shoulder stability, and his shoulder strength is still continuing to thrive, and his vertical jump on things like these super squat jumps are getting better. And then we're adding in some elastic jumping here, which is new to the program. Like I said, keeping volume fairly low. We're doing 2 sets of 5, so we're not doing anything insane. And then as you can see here, we added the band on the chest throws.